What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the National Ideas AI only battle. I hope you're enjoying it so far. We got some nice comedic moments towards the end of the last episode. We pick up exactly where we left off, quite literally for me, less than a minute since I ended the last one. But here we go. Egypt and Morocco v the Garamantes. We finally got a war. It involves one of the big four civs. It involves Morocco as well, who are in that 5th, 6th kind of area. So there you go, it's going to have some big implications for the score. The more land Morocco takes, the more likely they are to finish above Spain, who are doing... I'm not looking at how they're doing against the Papal State at the moment, but not making really any effort. I don't know why, they're just sort of sacrificing units to the Papal State at the moment. Whereas Egypt here should be able to have a very, very good time as well. And maybe they can climb, maybe they can up their position in the top 4, obviously alongside Austria, Poland and Assyria. I think they'll have to do quite a bit to climb, but there you go, you know. There's always hope, and of course, if they lose enough units, who knows, maybe Assyria attacks them in the east. That'd be crazy, wouldn't it? Or even Poland could actually attack Egypt. They do border each other in Greece and in bits of Turkey. But nothing this turn for Egypt. Morocco did hold on to Atike in the west, although the Garamantes have a lot of units around it, so they might yet get it back. Here we go, Egypt's turn. Egypt has no plains. I don't know how they have no oil. That is quite impressive. It's almost like I systematically hit all the oil tiles with the mountains or something by accident, which is not the case. It was not planned. Yeah, I don't know how Egypt has no planes, but even then, they're just not using rocket artillery well at all. Like, just come on, you can use the artillery better than that. It's not going great. And boats, they're not really using boats here. This is just fully land units. I don't know, do they have many boats? Not really, to be fair. I don't know. They've not even gone, like, at least when Austria was in the similar situation, they power dropped in everyone into the war zone. And just like immediately filled out all of France's tiles. Egypt's not even doing that, so I can't really have too much sympathy for them. Big turn here though for Morocco. They need to kill a few of those Garamantes units, and they actually didn't even attack one of them, so they are probably going to lose that city now. Good job. Well, maybe it'll be okay. We'll find out very soon. No need to guess at this point. It's going to happen sooner or later. Here we go, they did not get it back. This is going to turn into the most lackluster war. Also, I noticed since we were recording again, nothing else has happened. I think we tricked the AI in. They just... Oh, Egypt and Morocco now friends. Are we just not going to get anything now? Wouldn't surprise me. At least we got something, you know, something's better than nothing. Big turn here for Egypt. Come on, you can do it. Once you get one, you tend to start to see the rest drop pretty quickly, and they are getting there. Look, there's a lot of forces there. All of the wrong units are in the water. That is... I love it. I'm critiquing them. I could not beat, like, Deity AI, but I'm definitely critiquing those movements of units. Definitely not the right thing to be doing. But there you go. You know, who am I to judge? Like I said, I would definitely get crushed if I tried to play this difficulty. Maybe we could do some kind of challenge video, like for every minute I survive, like there's a prize or something. I don't know. In Deity, I can hardly survive in like the highest ones, let alone Deity. Actually, I don't know. Civ 5, I think I won in Emperor. Yeah, I got an Emperor victory, so maybe I could push up to Immortal and Deity in Civ 5. Civ 6, not so much. Not so good in those ones. Regardless, here we go. Sweden, I can see on the minimap, Sweden's made no big attacks against Spain. Egypt, and here we go, Garamantes' turn, and then it'll be Egypt's turn again. And he's saying that we'll probably have to do one more episode to get to turn 400. It is just going a little bit slower. We're still 16 turns off, and we only do between about 10 and 13 per episode. So I'll probably need one more. Or we can just add them and then do the info addicts part. So that'll be the Christmas episode, basically. We just call it Christmas Eve as this video goes out. So there you go. Egypt's very close. Ooh. That in itself is not big. France cannot reach Egypt But what is big is France is smaller than Egypt, so I believe someone else may join. I think France wouldn't do that by themselves. They probably will now. Watch. Jinxed it. Okay. Still not excited at all. Spain is useless. They won't contribute. There it is. There it is. Is it gonna crash? It's still spinning. Oh, it's still going. It worked. Sadly, we can't really watch that one. I'll try and sort of scroll across very cautiously every now and then. But yeah, it will probably crash if I stare at it while the game is running actively. We'll stay focused on this war. But that is big. That is, yeah, that's what I thought when France declared. I thought France is tiny compared to Egypt. They're not going to brave that. Spain joining worried me a bit. I thought, oh, France and Spain, that's not going to lead to much. But yeah, Assyria v Egypt, that is huge. It's a clash of the titans. It's kind of the first one we've had since Assyria pieced out with Egypt, probably 200 turns ago now, or quite a long time ago. And obviously Poland and Assyria, I believe, briefly fought each other too. Very, not early in the game, but you know, earlier on. But yeah, Assyria here v Egypt. This city is already low. It's going to take time. Obviously that is just a monstrosity of, I was going to say monstrosity amount of units, but that's not a sentence. A monstrous amount of units for both sides. So that is going to be a bloodbath. Egypt's turn was going nice and quickly. Now it is probably going to be the slowest turn in the game, fighting on two fronts. So we can see, yeah, look at it now. Having a lot more to do. But let's see, if they can get Zenekra, at least they can have a little victory before it gets very messy for them. Now it is taking ridiculously long. There we go. They do push Zenekra so close. So, there's actually a Moroccan destroyer there. I think its path might be blocked, but maybe they're thinking about sneaking in and stealing it. That would be impressive. Right, Austria and Poland. Your move. The other two, Egypt and Assyria, have put their cards on the table. What are you two going to do? I'd love to see Austria go after France again or something. Especially if Poland does nothing. That would really shake things up with 15 turns to go. If Austria just quickly swept through like France and Scotland, that could really influence the scores. And Assyria does capture the first city. That was one of the islands in the Mediterranean. This one here, just in the top corner. I'm trying so carefully not to scroll over all those units because I know what happens. Might not even matter, you know. Poland might declare war on Poland, denouncing Assyria. Ooh. What if we just get a circle? What if Poland invades Assyria and then Austria invades Poland, and then we just have all four of them going at it? That would be crazy. That would be... I don't even want to get our hopes up because the chances of that are minuscule. So let's not think about that right now. But here we go. Turn 387, 13 more. Then we'll probably skip to me showing you every 10 or 25, depending how much is happening. You know, if nothing happens in 10, it will be 25 or whatever. You know the drill. Been explaining it, thinking we'd get there for a while. We've gone to 400 like this, and there you go. Egypt finally does take a city. They did not reconquer that island though, but Egypt takes a city off of the Garamantes, which will push them down that final leaderboard. I say that, they're going to get it back this turn. Look how many units they have there. Probably doesn't matter. Morocco has definitely stopped attacking. I think they just can't really get through. I don't know, can they, do they not have, no, they can squeeze their boats the whole way through. Look, they have one tile of coast every single part of the way. So they could bring over boats, but they mainly only have submarines, and they are useless against cities. So that doesn't really help. Yeah, they actually have no other boats. They have one battleship in Portugal right now. Spain v the Papal State has not led to anything else. Spain v Sweden is also... maybe Spain could get Dortmund back, but that's about it. And Assyria, lots of damage icons. That's what I can see out that way. Actually, I want to save now in case it breaks. I want to save like every turn. Can you turn the autosave? Oh, they didn't get it back. That's interesting. Where is it? It's EU4 style AI battle. There we go. Save 366. Yeah, I do not want to lose that progress. I would not be able to, on a short time frame, I would not be able to remake the videos. Thank goodness for that. Just save. If we save it every 5 turns, and then the auto saves every 10 turns, so that sort of saves us then. Or if I do it every, you know, the 85, 95, that saves us. I think that works well for everybody. Austria has denounced the Papal State. Ooh, that could be an interesting one. They do border in small areas. There is obviously that Papal State city that is just completely surrounded by both of them, so that's always interesting. We'll see how that goes. Will Egypt are going to keep going? They're just going to keep pushing in. I like that. Morocco's also just come in a little bit to do some damage. Oh, this is tense. This does affect the scores. This is going to be big. This is going to be very big. I'm very tentatively scrolling over here. Egypt looks fine. Look at that. They're absolutely fine for now. The Mediterranean is actually where Assyria may have the advantage now. Don't ask me how. Egypt has completely bottled building the boats for the whole game. That's their own fault. I have no sympathy for them there. I don't know why they haven't filled every boat naval tile with boats when every land tile is. That's beyond me. A lot of these cities are puppets. That's not really an excuse. You should have annexed them. So yeah, I'm afraid no excuses for you there. Here we go. We get towards the final 10 turns. 389. Come on, Austria. Come on. Of course, as these civs do lose more units, we are likely to see someone join in. So that, or attack someone else. If Assyria loses a lot, or Egypt loses too many, or the Garamantes get weaker, you tend to see the AI just gang up on the smaller ones. Even Morocco, if they overcommitted, I don't think they will, but you know, if they did somehow, you could definitely see it happening. But I think they'll be okay. We are running out of time. These are the wars that matter. The ones that have already started are the big ones, unless you were very quick. Austria could probably beat France in like the time remaining if they really went for it. I'm not sure Poland could do too much. Like if they attacked Assyria or Austria, it's going to be, you have to get through the bloodbath of all the units, which is what Assyria is doing with Egypt at the moment, before you can take the city. So Poland may not be able to take anything off Austria and vice versa before turn 400. But yeah, Poland definitely more limited in choices. Austria could still go for France. They could go after Milan if they use nukes. I think they could probably find a way through. Egypt though, now sieging out the Garamantes capital. If Egypt don't lose anything else and still grab a lot of cities off the Garamantes, they could still finish quite high on those rankings. But of course, it hurts. The military manpower statistic is going to be down, whereas Poland and Austria's will still be pretty much maxed out. So that hurts. Crop yield, I'm guessing, will be affected by the pillaged farms. So it is going to hurt to be in a sort of a war, still at war when we do the cut-off point. But you know, what can I do? I can't stop them. We just begged them to go to war for like 20 minutes. We can't now ask them to stop when we finally get what we want. That's not how it works. But yeah, we've got 8 minutes left for today's episode, so we should get through maybe another 3 or 4 turns, and then again we'll do the rest tomorrow. Wrap it all up on Christmas, which is pretty cool. There you go, little Christmas gift. And then the next few days I'll just show you what happens afterwards, if and when I have, hopefully I'll have some time to do that. I'm just thinking maybe there won't be. Christmas is a busy time for everyone, I know. Don't want to overpromise, but the aim will be to sort of show you as much as I can in the next few days, and then once we get past that initial Christmas period, you know, 28th, 29th, we can maybe start something new. So the Garamantes drop into the yellow. Come on, Austria, this is your moment. 10 turns to go. Go on, full send. Oh, nothing. Thought they were going to go after France. I don't know why, I just believed. It didn't happen for us. Even Sweden actually would be quite an interesting war, because although they have no boats, did Spain? What just happened? It looked like Spain took some stuff here, but they didn't. France is going after Glasgow. Yeah, Austria v Sweden would not be too interesting here. But then you remember this stuff, and this is more than enough. This could... I mean, a lot of it's submarines again, so I don't want to say too much. But if you killed all the boats and para-dropped in, just maybe. I think the lack of planes has certainly hurt the AI in this game. I don't know why there's such a lack of oil. It must mostly be in the areas I cut off the map. But that still doesn't really make sense, because I don't think we know... I mean, Russia obviously gets double resources, so that's... Oh my goodness, Poland. Jesus. Chill out. Uh-oh. Phew, it was the last turn, or last sieve. I was a bit worried it got stuck. Yeah, Russia would obviously be here on some other civs if they'd have actually spawned, which was the problem. It was supposed to be Russia and like 3 others, but the other 3 who were turned on, and it said they were in the game, but they didn't load in, so that doesn't help. Again, Arabia, I mean, Arabia does well on this map a lot, but again, they're not necessarily someone notoriously that has a ton of planes. I don't think... Yeah, I mean, these civs normally all have planes. It's very weird that almost none of them have oil this time. I don't know if the map's changed or something. I don't know what's happened. It is very weird. Or maybe they've built something else with oil and then those units haven't died. I really don't know. Okay, here we go. Oh, Egypt, Iqlif, the biggest Egyptian city, of course. We checked last episode. Getting very low. Very close. As is Garama here. So there could yet be some big cities falling before we hit turn 400. We're now on 391, so I'll soon say 392, I guess, when this turn's over. Maybe we're going to get a bit further than I thought. It's okay. That's good news. Works for everyone, I think. Here we go. Assyria's turn. They denounce France. Nope. Not what I was hoping. Are they going to grab Iqlif? No. Not this turn. Maybe next. Morocco's turn now. They are... Oh, they're going again in the north. Well, not that far. Not... Yes, okay. So Morocco... Yeah, so Garamantes, I think, will now collapse before the end. They might be completely gone by turn 400. And that will, of course, boost Morocco and Egypt's score. Egypt, they just need to hold on. Keep Assyria at bay. And they will have at least improved their individual score through this war. That rhymed. Okay, here we go. Turn 393 now. We just keep going. We keep pushing. We've probably got space for 2 more this episode. Egypt, is this the turn? They take Garama. They seem to be doing more damage to it now. I don't know what with, because there's no artillery really in the vicinity of the city. I don't know if they're just ramming these XCOM squads into it. It looks like they are, based on that. And it's working for them. It's down to the red now, as we have France's turn. Will France be able to get the job done? Oh no, sorry, not France. I mean, France maybe could get a city off Scotland. I've not been paying attention to it too much, but we'll see it pop up if it does happen. I don't want to just stare at it. I'm sure it's not going to speed it up. Morocco v the Garamantes. This is it. This is a big turn. I don't believe Morocco have been. Maybe they have. I don't know. Is Assyria's turn? Are they going to grab anything? I see some damage bubbles. I see an XCOM squad appearing on the sort of far right of the screen. Oh, and it just died. Or disappeared. Wait, they just moved it in and then moved it away. How'd they... Oh, it moved over here. A lot of Assyrian unit. Yeah, you can see... Oh, they're doing damage in the Mediterranean. And they do capture Iqlif. Okay, so Assyria, yeah, they are going to do damage to Egypt. They couldn't hold out long enough. That will affect them in the final scores. That's painful for Egypt. It's great for Assyria. Might be concerning for Poland and Austria if Assyria starts climbing a lot in these final few turns. More cities, land area, some of those categories that really matter. Although we're not using land area this time, so I tell a lie. But cities is a big one. Population will also be a big one. Even if Assyria's is not growing too much, Egypt will certainly lose a big chunk as well. And there you go. Morocco also took Hippo Regius off of the Garamantes. Iqlif does go back to Egypt. Oh, Egypt has nearly got this city in the south as well. Here you go. Look, I think they might be... These units can't be doing anything, but these ones certainly are. So yeah, this is a big one. It'll be the final turn for today's episode. So Egypt go first, so they've already had their go. They will have to do the rest of their work in the final 6 turns next episode. But there is still a chance for Morocco and Assyria to have a big impact here before we head into that final. final episode before the official results, and then of course we'll let it run after that as well. Here we go, Assyria's turn. How many cities can they get? Giza was also very low. Looks like they did not get any. Nope, but they have 2 in the red, 2 low, and they are thinning. There is gaps emerging in Egypt's borders that were previously full of units. So it looks like Assyria has a chance here. Egypt still has plenty of cities, but it's looking a bit nerve-wracking. And over here, I believe Morocco have not... I think they're about to go. I don't think they've been yet. So they're the final one who could maybe... I don't think they will conquer Dedris this turn, but they certainly could before the end. Grab this city as well. Nope, never mind. But that is it for today. Next episode, we'll do the final 6 turns. We'll then do the info addicts and the results. I'll have to sort of edit those bits together because I have to work out the results and then who to shout out separately. But thank you so much for watching. I'm glad we stuck with it and we got some very exciting stuff towards the end. And I'm sure we will continue to get some exciting stuff as we get towards sort of turn 500. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well. Have a great Christmas if you celebrate it tomorrow. If you do not, then... well, not if you don't have a great Christmas. If you don't celebrate it, then, you know, just have a great day in general. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.